He needed to build a coalition, form a regional force, which has been done to battle the insurgency.
Some of the people are saying that one of the role of a president is to delegate. Some of these trips, some people are saying, he could have actually just delegated and asked someone to represent
It's a matter of opinion. Do you know how many trips he delegates to the vice president? Do you know? I know that many, many trips.
Local trips.
No, international. That he sends the vice president. I know. I know. And don't forget that our president is so much in demand. In September last year, when he went to the UN General Assembly, according to the envoy to the UN, there were about 23 requests to speak with our president. 23 requests from foreign leaders. He could only oblige 8 of them during the General Assembly.
And it is at these relevant countries that could benefit Nigeria politically, security-wise, and of course economy-wise.
Very, very relevant. If you see the profile of the leaders he met at the UN General Assembly, you will know that they are very, very relevant. And the way the world is now, there is almost no country you can say is irrelevant. Because even President Obama himself said it at the General Assembly that the way the world is, nobody can afford to be in isolation again, particularly in terms of security. The world must move together if the world is going to be a safer place. The world is so unsafe now. You see that terrorism, insurgency does not respect national or international boundaries again. And if the world will survive, the leaders must forge an alliance. And that is what our president
Mr. Additional, a lot of people have, we heard so much of the APC's campaign promises and all of that. One of it was the cost of governance, the cost of travels, which the president actually also said that he was going to cut down on the cost. First and foremost, the number of the aircraft in the presidential fleet, are they cut down now? How many aircraft does the presidency have?
It's the president's decision. It's his prerogative to cut down or not to cut down. And if he has not done it, if we elected him, if we trusted him enough to elect him, we must also trust him to take the right decisions. If he feels that there is superfluity in the number of aircraft we have, then he cuts down. But if he has not decided to cut down, then we must trust his judgment.
That opinion was there before he assumed office. Yes. About the way leaders travel, about the way they run the aircraft, about just how many we were made to believe by the APC at that time that we had just too much aircraft in the presidential fleet.
There was no political promise. There was no promise that the number of aircraft will be cut down.
But there were promises on cutting down on foreign trips, on travels.
Not on foreign, on the cost. On the cost. Now, UN General Assembly, the last one, the maximum number of delegation was about 30. The year before, they mentioned about 150. Now you can judge. You can judge. The cost really is in the number of people that go and the overhead, the extra code, the hotel bills and all that. And this government, the President Buhari's delegation is always the minimum at any given time.
But I mean, because President Buhari has said he's going to be very transparent. Can you give us an average of how much it costs President Buhari to travel on the foreign trip, averagely?
I wouldn't know, you know. I wouldn't know. But those who keep the books will know. And they are the ones who can do a comparative analysis between what happens now and what used to happen. But one thing I can tell you is that in terms of members of the delegation, it is the barest minimum. It is no jamboree. I told you, a government in this country was said to have taken 150 people to UN General Assembly. That same assembly, President Buhari took about 30 people last year. So you can judge.
And because it has been said that it's left for the presidency to counter that belief that the president conservatively, about $1 million go into every foreign trips by the president.
What is the source of that? You know it's a laughable source. that $1 million.
But if it's laughable,
Yes.
the presidency has the prerogative to defend publicly and be transparent about how much is spent.
You defend what makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you just laugh. You had the president himself react to it. He said, well, we know it's not true. If anybody has contrary evidence, let him prove it. Let him prove it. The person alleging that it costs $1 million per trip, let him bring records. It should be empirical. Anybody can get up and quote any figure. So, do we begin to lose sleep over that? But if the person who is quoting the figure brings justification, then we can begin to defend.
All right. Tell me, Mr. Additional, about the real reasons why the president went on vacation, because one would think that it wasn't in his plan, was it, to actually go on vacation before he left for France and on his way to Britain. Why did he decide in the UK to go on vacation?
You can't say categorically that it wasn't in
No, it was a question I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Now you said, why did he go on vacation?
The true reason.
The true reason he went on vacation is that he is human. He's human.
Is he sick?
No.
Is he ill?
Do you go on vacation because you are sick? No. You need respite from time to time. And when you think that it's time for respite, you take it.
I guess the reasons why Nigerians are concerned about the president is because he is their president, and they have the right to know sometimes his state of health, because other leaders in the country, in the world, know.
Absolutely nothing wrong with his state of health. Any man can fall sick, old or young. But the president is not sick. The president is well. The president has worked for more than 8 months non-stop, and he felt it was time to take a respite. And he asked for 6 days leave. And he did it the proper way. Communicated it to the National Assembly, handed over power to his deputy, and nothing is wrong with that. But I want to tell you that Nigerians have been lied to for so long that they are now finding it difficult. Some Nigerians are finding it difficult to believe the truth. And that is the problem. This is a government that is plain, that is transparent, and has told the truth, yet they have not believed. Because they have a carryover of people who have lied to them for many decades. But this government will not lie. It will always tell the truth.
Mr. Adeshina, how many aircraft are in the presidential fleet? You've not told me.
You need to find that out from the aviation department. I don't work with the aviation people. I don't.
But you fly some of these aircraft.
I do. When I'm on the delegation, I do.
All right. We go on a short break, and when we return, the presidency, of course, has opened his door to us, and we're going to be asking more questions about the Nigeria's economy and the perspectives of the president in these areas. Join us again.